The city of Denver is staring at a budget deficit of nearly $200 million this year. City leaders say there's little room for waste.
But a CBS News Colorado investigation has uncovered contracts that may be doing exactly that, leaving Denver taxpayers subsidizing fire protection in several neighboring cities. Your investigator Brian Moss has been digging into this since December.
So what'd you find, Brian?
Well, the city of Denver signed these contracts to provide fire protection to nearby cities like Sheridan, Glendale, and also to Englewood. Now, on paper, the deals promised efficiency and savings. But financial experts now say the way some of those contracts were written, how long they last, and a lack of foresight are costing Denver taxpayers. And the longer they run, the worse it gets. The Denver Fire Department does not just respond inside city limits. It also provides full-time fire service to Englewood, south of the city, Glendale to the east, and Sheridan. Those agreements spelled out in these long-term contracts that we dug up and asked Earl Peterson to review.
Common sense would say, we got a problem here.
And Peterson would know. He spent nearly 20 years as executive director of Denver's Civil Service Commission, overseeing public safety agencies, including the fire department, before he retired 5 years ago. And he noticed what we spotted. Denver's contract with Englewood was signed in 2015 and doesn't expire until 2035. 20 years. Under that agreement, Englewood increases its payments to Denver by just 3% a year. There are no provisions for inflation, no adjustments for rising labor costs, no protections for expensive new equipment.
They just said, here's 20 years at 3%. And doesn't make sense to me.
The deal with Glendale is nearly identical. Signed in 2018, it runs through 2038, 3% annual increases, and no periodic review. In both contracts, the agreements promised Denver will, quote, enjoy significant cost savings. But today, those projections look increasingly outdated. Denver firefighter salaries alone are rising 5% this year and next. The cost of fire trucks has doubled in recent years. Specialized breathing equipment issued to all Denver firefighters also doubled. Cancer prevention programs that cost $50,000 a decade ago for Denver firefighters now run $500,000 a year, according to Denver's fire chief. None of that is covered by a 3% increase. Peterson says the math is clear and the city of Denver is already struggling.
Yet we just laid off 170 people in the city and county of Denver. I think we got some financial issues that are really impacting Denver, and they can ill afford to be subsidizing other municipalities.
He's not alone. Matt Klaus is a finance professor at the University of Denver. He also reviewed these contracts.
To make the assumption that all of your costs are going to increase just uniformly by 3% for the next 20 years is a pretty heroic assumption.
Klaus said he was surprised the agreements lacked built-in reviews or any cost adjustments.
Well, it's probably been a loser deal.
At a minimum, he says, payments should have been tied to inflation or another measurable benchmark, but they weren't. Safe to say, in your mind, those are money losers at this point?
There's no doubt if you look at them in the future, it's not going to pan out well. They'll definitely turn into money losers in the future. They didn't look at everything in totality.
Denver's fire chief, who inherited these contracts, acknowledges the financial strain, with Denver firefighters getting 5% raises this year and next, but only 3% increases in these contracts. Desmond Fulton acknowledges these deals already mean Denver taxpayers are subsidizing fire service right now for surrounding municipalities.
As of today, financially, it's not the best in the best interest of the city. And moving forward, it's only going to get more expensive. So with Englewood, towards the end of that contract, it could cost, upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not, $1 million plus.
Each year?
Each year.
Fulton acknowledges rising equipment, labor, and maintenance costs are far outpacing what Denver is receiving from Englewood and Glendale. there is one upside. Through these agreements, Denver absorbed existing firehouses in Inglewood and Glendale, improving response times.
If we didn't have those firehouses in place that we respond out of right now, the city would have to be looking at building firehouses for us to respond out of in order to meet those response times.
Still, the chief concedes these contracts are aging poorly and will become even more costly over time.
So you wouldn't recommend a 20-year contract again?
I probably would not recommend a 20-year contract again.
I was executive director for
Earl Peterson is so angered by what we found. He says the contract should be reopened and renegotiated. He says it's a matter of business ethics and integrity.
and really recalibrate this entire contract and make it more manageable, more equitable for Denver. The citizens of Denver should not be subsidizing other municipalities. It's plain and simple.
So I asked Chief Fulton if he has considered asking to reopen and renegotiate these contracts. He said he hadn't really given that much thought. Denver's city auditor, who signed off on these contracts, and the Glendale city manager both declined to comment. The Denver fire chief, at the time these contracts were signed, referred to the department's public information personnel to answer our questions. And the city of Inglewood said their agreement reflects assumptions, market conditions, and information available at the time it was negotiated. And that's about a decade ago. And that's the problem here. So much has changed unexpectedly since these contracts were signed in 2015 and 2018. And remember, these contracts were supposed to be making Denver money, but right now it's not headed in that direction.
Yeah, I know Chief Fulton says he hasn't thought about it. I wonder if other people within the city might think about it. And of course, you'll stay on top of that.
Maybe, and there's another decade left on these contracts.
A long time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.